Hello everybody, how is it going? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about a potential ban list that was announced at I believe a recent tournament in the OCG. They said I think sometime after Nationals they were planning on releasing a ban list, and I just wanted to talk about it real quick because, you know, we love ban lists. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys my take on what colors I think should be interacted with. And yeah, I mean, we can just get right into it. I think the biggest offender right now is black. Look, honestly, I really don't want them to like butcher all the black decks. Like, I want them to still be good. I guess just maybe taken down a very little bit. And honestly, I think that's done through just hitting Rebecca. I also threw up, Lucci, but honestly, I don't think, like, Lucci is very strong, but I don't think they need to ban Lucci. Rebecca, again, I don't even know if they need to ban Rebecca, but maybe just limit her. I feel like I really just don't want them to annihilate the decks, just because, they're doing really well. Because, there's always new cards coming out, and other decks are going to get support. So, yeah, I think just right now I'm pretty dead set on just interact with at least Rebecca, put her to 1. I don't think they have any cards at like 2, so I don't think that's an option, but either just putting her to 1 or I guess just flat out banning her would definitely get the job done. I don't think I would discuss like 8-drop Gecko, because I think that card is also very, very good. I don't know if it's oppressive, but it is still very, very strong. But taking into consideration this is going to be after Nationals, which is going to be an OPO5 format, I don't think they're going to touch cards past OPO5. I almost I kind of want them to like just let that rock for a little bit. I feel like even just hitting Rebecca will inherently hit, 8-drop Gecko. So I feel like just leaving it at that would be fine. The card's just, I feel like the card's just too efficient. It just does everything you want it to do. So yeah, do something about Rebecca. But everything else, I mean, I feel like just let it rock for now. Yeah, and moving on, yellow, what I say is what I would say is the other biggest offender. Yeah, the only really card that sticks out to me is Beji, just because I feel most other triggers are kind of, you can kind of play around them, like not, alright, let me get into it. So Beji is a, when you hit them into life, they can trigger it. They end up just discarding the Beji and they stop one of your characters from attacking. Now we can compare this to something like an Amaru trigger, where they heal a life by discarding 2. But I feel like there's just a huge difference in just getting rid of the Beji that you just got from your life and getting rid of the card you just got from your life plus 2 other cards in your hand. So I just feel like Beji is just way too efficient at doing what other triggers also accomplish. But yeah, I feel like just the card is just a little bit too good. Again, yellow being yellow, triggers are always just gonna be annoying, and that's just what the deck is, It's it just be like that, quite honestly. And the only other card I wanted to talk about was Tenmom. This card has always been very polarizing, and I don't know if they need to ban it, but maybe put it to 1, or if they want to do like semi-limit, put it at 2 or something like that. The card is still going to be searchable in Katakuri, which is mainly where you play Tenmom. So yeah, those were kind of the 2 cards that came to my mind when thinking about yellow. Obviously, triggers are triggers. I think that's just, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, moving on, red, as being a major red enjoyer, I don't think any cards really need to be hit, but I feel like if they are going to hit anything, if they're trying to equalize, most of the decks, hitting the Dawn would be a good idea. Yeah, hits Law, hits Zoro, doesn't hit Whitebeard, which might be, honestly, of the 3 right now, Whitebeard might be the best. But yeah, I feel like if you're worried about, Zoro and Law coming back into the format being like oppressive kind of as they were in other formats, I think it's a fine hit. But I do think a lot of the decks are well more equipped to play against red. I feel like even if Sakazuki does lose Rebecca, they still have the efficient removal in Lucci to hit all the little bodies. Yellow has gained access to even more triggers. I mean, Enel kind of just... Enel into Zoro, I feel like Zoro just can't win that, but yeah, Law does do better into Enel. But yeah, those are kind of the two cards that stood out to me. Oh wait, sorry. We didn't even talk about Moby Dick. Yeah, for some reason there was an article written about this where people were speculating that Moby Dick might come back. I don't think this card should ever come back. I don't know. I feel like they're just... Like, yes, there is one event that removes a field spell, and that's cool and all, but that's like so specifically targeted, and like not every color has access to removing a stage card. I think I said field spell, my bad. But yeah, I don't think this card should come back. I think this card is probably still too strong. I mean, I do think that version of Whitebeard is cooler, the Whitebeard version, but that card is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if I need to say much more, but yeah, I don't think that card should come back. I know some people were talking about it. Don't bring that back. It's a bad idea. And finally, I'm clumping up green, blue, and purple because these are like the... they aren't the offenders here, alright? They did nothing wrong. Yeah, I feel like if a ban list comes out, they won't get touched. They don't have a card that's worth banning, I don't think. I threw up the 10 Dofi there, and I mean, like, I don't think it should be banned. In fact, give them a card that should be banned. let them be meta for a bit. You can kind of count blue as being meta with Sakazuki, but yeah, I think it's more just the color combo of blue and black being so good. But yeah, that's kind of just all I really wanted to talk about. I feel like the ban list shouldn't really nuke anything. At least I hope they don't. I feel like there's just a couple of cards they need to address and will be in a healthier format. I'll let this game play out. I was just testing Purple Luffy, and I just threw that in the background in between these little slides that I made. But yeah, I feel like the ban list shouldn't be anything super crazy. If I missed something that should be hit, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. But those are just the cards that came to my mind. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.